obviously.
Alright guys, feeling here back with more Emotional Driving. Still listening to the Light Feed update, still eating my lunch / dinner, so again, very unprofessional episode here, but who gives a shit about this fucking game?
Like, that was a good pitch, at least in comparison to Austin's,
and
Jed, I think, has been convinced. I think that if it were up to Jed in this moment, he is keeping Kyle, he is getting rid of Austin. I think even Ty has kind of been convinced, except for one thing. And I love how Ty talks. I just love Ty in general, but like he always says like, question for you though. Just one question for you though. The problem is that who's gonna put Kyle on the block up next week, right? The problem is that if Tina and Tara want so bad for Kyle to stay and for Austin to go. Now remember, Tara was obnoxiously pitching that Kyle needs to stay yesterday to Ty and Jed. And that convinced them that they can't keep Kyle because he will be working with Tara and Tara will not be going after Kyle. And so Ty brings that up again. He's like, nobody's going to put him back up on the block. Whereas Tara and Tina really want Austin to go, they're going to put Austin on them. Austin is a much bigger target at this point because Tina and Tara will go after them. Tina and Tara will not go after Kyle. And so I don't think we can keep him. And I tweeted this out. I genuinely believe that the pitching here, if Tara had not done anything yesterday, if she had not made any pitches, if she had just stayed in her corner with Tina, that I think that Kyle would be staying. I really do. I think that is the primary reason why Kyle is not going to be saved by Ty, Jed, Beth, and ultimately Kiefer, is because this is the main reasoning. And Jed says, you know what, that's a really good point. And Jed, again, I think has been convinced by Kyle's pitch, but accepts Ty's logic as well, and he's not willing to push too hard because he knows that Ty has some good points. Now, of course, what they don't realize is that Tina and Tara do not want to target Austin. They just were pushing to keep Kyle, and they will be in for a nasty surprise if they expected Tina, Tara, HOH to work out for them. But that logic has really been a sticking point here, and is one of the primary reasons why Kyle cannot stay, according to Ty and Jed.
Which I think is still ultimately the correct decision to make on their part. It's sort of like a pick your poison type of week, right? Like either you get rid of Kyle now, and then you hope that they go for Austin, and they really don't, and then there's a possibility that the two of you are ending up on the block anyway, or you get rid of Austin now, and then Kyle just gets swayed over to the other side, put you guys up in it anyway, and then you're like, we got you got Duke. So would you rather that happen to you, or would you rather just get rid of Kyle now? And I say, just get rid of Kyle now, and then do your best in the competition, and see what rolls out from there. And there was a Tara, like, I just feel like she has just been so consumed by the culture of this house, because it seems like the pitch and the art of the deal are really a thing that happens around this time of week, and she has seen so many other players, specifically Latoya, I know that I keep bringing her up, sort of like do this type of thing around this time of the week, and it's almost been successful, and I feel like Tara's like, well, this is my time to shine. I gotta start building my resume, so let's start thinking about how to flip this week. And it's like, nope. Doesn't work for you. You ain't got the sauce, girl. You ain't got the sauce.
Yeah, you're finding more shit.
Yeah, alright. Well, Kiefer's going to join the conversation. They talk about the Kyle pitch. Jed says it was a really good pitch. Ty agrees. But Kiefer says, I don't want to keep him, though. Kiefer's very against this. Because I don't care what the pitch was. And they say that Kyle is very sure that he has Tina, Tara, and Vic on board. And Kiefer's like, no. Tina and Tara just told me they're willing to do whatever I want. So we are good either way. And like 5 minutes into this conversation, after they've been talking about how good Kyle's pitch was, Ty finally chimes in with, oh yeah, and he also said he was going after you. So yeah, that's a no-go for us. And Jed is like, that's when he lost me too, actually, after I was just saying it was such a great pitch. Like they were so bad about this. Kiefer didn't say anything, but I don't know. If I were Kiefer in that spot, I'd be very like, wait,
Why did you wait till now?
That would have been the first thing I would have told an ally that I cared about, that was part of their pitch.
And you say it emphatically, too. Like, you bust into the HOH room and you're like, yeah, nah, it's not happening. He said he wouldn't get rid of you, so yeah. And also, these are the other things that he said. Like, that's, you let it be known where you stand.
Vic and Beth are also going to join. They discuss something some more. This is when Vic pushes pretty hard for Kyle to stay. And she's just doing that thing where she basically is just disagreeing with any logic, no matter what it is. So it's like when Ty says, "We just don't feel like anybody is going to put people are going to have a much harder time putting Kyle up than Austin because Tina and Tara want Kyle to stay, they want Austin to go." It's just a lot easier. Austin's a bigger target at this point. It's a lot easier for people to put Austin up. And Vic is like, "Oh, but I wouldn't put Austin up." And they're like, "Wait, what? You wouldn't put Austin up?" Well, I mean, it would be hard for me to put Austin up, I guess. But you would put Kyle. Oh yeah, put Kyle and Rowe up easily. But so you're saying you won't put Austin up? Well, who did you put up then? Well, no, I mean, I'd still put Austin up, but I'm just saying it would be hard to put Austin up. Like, okay, so you are still putting Austin up, so we can still vote Kyle out. Yeah, of course.
You want Kyle to stay, but you also wouldn't put Austin up on the block.
Right, that was what they were like.
But you also want Austin to go. But if she were to stay, you wouldn't want her on the block. It looks like I might be having to eat this sooner than I thought. But you know what? She's
still okay position-wise.
She's still okay? Yeah. She's still okay? There was a lot of room for error this week for her, so you're gonna let her rock.
It's funny to me how bad of a fucking player Victoria is.
What are you talking about? God.
Oh man.
Aphrodite's palace. The most majestic
in this conversation, Vic is very much on the side of keeping Kyle. Beth is also kind of on the side of keeping Kyle. Beth, I think, would like for Austin to go if that was an option. She's kind of making that case a little bit, but not as adamantly as Vic. Jed, as I said before, I think has been swayed by Kyle's pitch, but accepts Ty's logic about Tina and Tara, and thus is not pushing very hard either. Ty is more on the side of getting rid of Kyle because of that Tina-Tara logic, and Kiefer is at this point just adamant, no, it has to be Kyle. And so with that in place, the conversation finally ends with it is going to be Kyle that goes. Vic is then going to run to Kyle and basically spill the entire reasoning for why he is still in trouble, and it's that they're worried that Tina and Tara won't put him up. This was great information for Kyle that Vic should not have exposed, because if Kyle had used this, it could really have screwed Vic over. But he's not really going to use this, and he should have, because it is like the reason he's saying. If Kyle goes to Tina and Tara and says to them,
I'm a fucking idiot. You won't bring any controls to this game.
The problem is
you can push a triangle to get heavy attack.
Let's figure so that you tell them that you're coming for me.
Wait, this game just doesn't feel right having L2, R1, R2 as the attack buttons.
Make it seem like we're against each other, and that you've made up with Austin.
I think it would have worked though. I mean, it's definitely worth a shot, but yeah. I just don't know, if they would. Kiefer was already so stalwart a little bit.
Oh yeah, I think it was at this point it's too late. But I would have loved to see Kyle, because if Kyle had this information, If he had this information yesterday or even earlier in the day, he might have been able to make something happen. But
can you imagine Tina and Tara the beginning of the day, 12 p.m. Yeah, we gotta keep Kyle. I think it's a good idea. Like, he's not coming after us. Like, you know, it's a good shot. 3 hours later, busting back into the room. Oh, Kyle got it. Like, you know what? He's got to stay. Like, when Kyle, like, we're gonna come after him and all this stuff.
I mean, I think what they could have done was, because what Kyle does is he goes to Tina and Tara and he says, look, I said your names to Jed and Ty just as a heads up. Obviously, I'm not coming for you. But, like, I think how they could have played it is Kyle just came up to us and straight up said that he's coming after us, that he told you guys he's coming after us, and that, like, he's sorry. That's what he has to do in the game. Like,
fucked.
We can't believe this guy. He's got to go. We're coming after him. And that, you know, it could have played. I think that could have convinced Ty potentially.
We need to wait for all our arrows to restock.
Would have been fun. Would have been fun to see that. So we have a roast in the house. And you're talking. The thing about roasts for me is that I think roasts can be funny. But I think part of the enjoyment of roasts is that it allows people to make fun of other people in a way that they genuinely feel, and people are like, oh, but that's kind of icky to me personally. Like if I ever like jokingly roast somebody, you know, it's I try very hard to make sure it is absolutely absurd, you know, like they would never actually believe that I think this when I'm doing it, because like when it hits too close, it's like, well, are you being is a part of you really feel that way though? Because I feel like most of the time they kind of do, right? So it's roasts are interesting to me.
Yeah, it's I mean, I think I've never really been particularly blessed in the field of insult comedy, so I think that I just have like a lot of apprehension just going into this type of thing. I mean, at least as far as like a show like Drag Race, where they have like a challenge called the Region Challenge,
Shit.
essentially a roast
Oh,
of
what?
queens. I feel like it's always given through this lens of like love, right? It's like, yeah, I might actually be thinking about this about you, but like it's coming from a place of love because like I don't really care. I love you in spite of those flaws, but I'm gonna make fun of you about them.
Oh, was I just supposed to hit it and that's it?
Though, this ain't Drag Race, and also these people, I don't think that the same sort of like relationship is sort of fostered between all these relationships are not equal inherently, and so when a roast happens in the Big Brother house, especially on a Wednesday before a Thursday, which is the HOH competition, you're kind of like, ooh, I don't know if I really want to participate in this because something really could cut deep. Because I mean, they roast each other casually as it is, and like look what happened with Tara and Jed. Like Tara is talking all this trash about Jed because of something that she said about her height, and so it's like I don't really know if this is something I want to get into. But I mean, like if you're good at it and you're able to like make it funny and truthful, then you could probably get away with it. And I think that's kind of why Kiefer's ended up being the best. But yeah, it's a delicate nature. It really is.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right. I think the best kind of roast is coming from somebody who loves you and who knows these things about
this
you,
isn't what we're supposed to do.
but like also knows that I did an awards show on Twitch for the year of 2020, and Lita did the opening for it, and she roasted me about how obscure all of my choices were, which is like that's great. I love that, because I know she doesn't actually think that makes me a lesser person or anything.
Right, exactly.
But we get some of these roasts, and I think Tara is the perfect example of somebody who does not have that kind of relationship with anybody in the house and had no business doing any roasts.
Yeah, that's why I put red on today. Celebration of.
I guess we're supposed to put these on the pedestals.
Yeah. So we get some roasts. I was not particularly impressed myself with anybody's roast other than Kiefer's. I really liked Kiefer's. Although Kiefer's roast of Roe I thought was a little bit lackluster, and I think that's again partly because there was some real animosity behind it. But we started. I think Vic's best line was probably that she wanted to. She will go first unless the HOH wants to. Jed, Ty. which was that was pretty good. That was pretty good. But then we had Kiefer, right? Kiefer comes up, and I actually clipped 2 of Kiefer's best lines because I really liked them. This one about Austin, he says,
Austin.
I'm glad you showed up with your 2 expressions. One of them being Brayden.
Getting spicy.
oh man, one of your 2 expressions, one of them being Brayden, is pretty good. And then he had one for Kyle as well.
Kyle, I've never seen anyone start smoking to make their breath smell better. Interesting tactic.
Oh my god.
It's working. Right, Austin?
Those are always the best kinds when you can get 2 people for the price of one, and just like the way that he sort of like unfolded the joke was pretty good. And clearly his I don't know how much crossover there is between comedy and radio hosting, but it seems like he definitely was the most prepared, and the comedic timing was A1.
Yeah, it was like just that it kept going. That he smokes to make his breath smell better, and hey, it's working.
It's working.
The smoke does actually smell better than his breath, right, Austin? And I loved it too. Like Ty and Jed, and like they just like ran off the couches, like ah.
Yeah, that would be me. That would be me hyping up everybody. And then when it's my turn, I'm just sitting there looking pissed.
So his one for Ro was just like, for somebody that dresses so nice, you're so ugly. I was like,
okay.
oh man. There's some real malice just snuck in here, because that was rough.
It just doesn't work. Like, Brian is very, very handsome. Like, he's not ugly.
Yeah.
So,
well, what are you doing? So Austin and Brayden have some. I was not a huge fan of the Austin and Brayden show. They were the only
one that I liked, and I can't remember what it was.
They were the only people to come up as a duo, because they literally cannot leave each other's side.
They're like codependent, yeah.
And they had one that was like, Austin was like, I know from personal experience, Jed, that when you shave all your body, like I don't know why she said from personal experience. I don't know, I don't know what the point of that was, but for somebody that shaves his whole body, you are not smooth.
Oh yeah, I like that one. It wasn't a knee slapper, but I was like, okay, all right. Because there's like, there's a whole thing between, Jed, like trying to get with Austin, and Austin just keeps fading him. So I was like, all right, yeah, you better talk your stuff. Talk your stuff, girl.
Yeah. The worst bit though, like at the end, they literally spoke in unison.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you doing? That was roastable right there.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, Kiefer. Like, it was like they had the cadence of Zingbot, but they were speaking together. And the roast was that, like, for somebody that likes to cook, he finds himself in hot water a lot. Like, all right, okay.
Where the fuck is this other apple?
Joan Rivers, you are not. Bianca Del Rio, you are not.
Yeah, I was really, that one was really, like, oh boy. Ro...
With the build-up, too, like...
Yeah. Ro goes up, and I actually thought this was kind of funny, but also did not quite illustrate his point as well as I think he was hoping it would. But Ro comes up and says to Kiefer, like, all right, how are you doing? Did you have a good morning, Kiefer? Did you have a good morning, Amon?
I did, yeah.
Did you have like a hearty breakfast?
Yeah, some Fruit Loops.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just intimidate you? That was Rose. It worked better with Kiefer because he was saying no. It's like,
oh shit.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
Okay. But like people laughed. It was kind of funny, but like he did kind of like it was a little weird. Like it was a little bit like, why are you asking me these questions? It was a little intimidating in that way. Like I think Jed was like, I was intimidated.
Yeah. That kind of like, if you're gonna like go for that, you really have to make it a little bit more subtle. It's got to be like it's got to be involving other people too. It's got to be like, how's everybody doing tonight? You know, what's up, Taryn? You enjoying yourself? How you doing? Oh, what's up, Keith? Oh, don't want to intimidate you, bro. Like something like that. It's got to be quick and like to the point, so that people can sort of catch on.
Oh, fuck off!
And then finally, so they wrap up, and it's like, oh, everyone had so much fun. Wow, that it was short, but it was fun. Oh, that was great. Man, wouldn't it be great if we had more of these? And everyone started to walk away, and Tara's like, well, I could go. Like, oh, you wanna do it? Okay, well, let's everyone come back. Everyone get back into the seats. And already it's like, this is. You're trying to recreate the magic like 5 minutes later. Like the moment has passed.
Wait, what am I supposed to do this now?
Tara goes up there. She's like, "All right, well,
Oh God!
everyone in this house is so lazy. Everyone is just so lazy.
Right, so.
Like they don't do things, and I honestly don't remember all of her jokes, but what the ending joke was like, oh, and Kiefer, the whole thing was about how everyone is so lazy, and Kiefer is so lazy that he couldn't even put on his glasses to see the 3 people that voted him out this week. Ah!
You might have offered Paris power, Hera, but it wasn't enough to win the apple of this.
Of course not. It was a total turnoff.
Oh man, we just lost him on.
He was a slave to love.
Loving the keyblades in the background. Didn't notice those before.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I'm always hiding them. Yeah. Oh man. Oh Tara. Oh man. I want. See, like, look, I hate to get on Tara so much, but like, I want her to enjoy herself and have a good time in this house. But to me, I just always feel like she gets in her own way. I really do. I just think that she has this idea of how she's being perceived in the house, and it sometimes it like makes her a little standoffish, and you're not gonna be able to come up with funny jokes if you don't really have relationships with people, and it's just the whole thing was just a fail. And the fact that she waited to go last, she's like, me. Like, oh, it's like if you're gonna do all of that, then you have to come correct. You do. Yeah, she just did.
And there were a lot of jokes about the triangle situation. And like after the roast, Tara just kept going like, Beth and Jed, are they really doing that? Really?
Oh, I didn't see
so that was the roast. There wasn't too much else that went down yesterday. Kyle and Austin both kind of agreed, like, let's just. They said they were going to tell us their decision. By nighttime, and so we'll await that decision. Tara and Tina talked and confirmed to each other they do not believe that Austin and Brayden are coming for them. They think it was a lie. They think that perhaps Kiefer was tricked by Ty, because they got that information from Kiefer. They think that Kiefer must have gotten that information from Ty and Jed, and that Kiefer was tricked by it as well. But they do not believe it. They are with Austin and Brayden. Beth is also going to talk with Tina and Tara a bit individually, just trying to rekindle that relationship a little bit, and she felt good about those conversations, which is part of why she talked with Jed and Ty, and they all agreed that, like, wouldn't it be great if they could throw the HOH to Tina this week? Now, I don't think that's going to come into play, because if it's an anonymous HOH, there's no need to throw it to Tina, but nor could they even reliably throw it to anyone. So I don't think this will matter, but it's just kind of, again, like, guys, come on.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So,
Why?
That's basically what we had here. Amon, anything else that you wanted to bring up?
By director of. John Wick.
I mean, not,
It's like,
not,
why?
not really. I mean, we did get to see like a little bit of a
Channel's
nice
gone
little
gold.
emotional moment between
I'm
Kyle
checking
and
Vivian
Austin in the
newspaper
bathroom, and you know, because it seemed like the two of them have
Total
been getting a little
Total
closer,
War
and
Roman
she's
Mastered.
sad to see him
I don't
go, and we also
Austin was informed that she would be staying, and we got some goodbyes here with Harv.
Yeah, and like Kyle sort of has to like be alone for a little bit to just sort of deal with it. So I mean, I've been thinking a lot about how he's a super fan, and it felt like to me like none of this information sort of like came to the forefront until this week. And so on that end, I feel for him. Like if this is all true and you really are a super fan, and like, you know, because
Big Brother can't.
yeah, no one wants. See, I didn't know any of that. I didn't know any of that until this week. I didn't.
Interesting.
I mean, I feel for the guy. Like, I mean, it sucks. I mean,
It seems like
it's definitely not the
BB
first
Can
boot,
is
you know,
trying to
fourth boot
imply
isn't that bad, but it still sucks. I mean, it's
no one's going
pre-jury,
home
and
tonight.
no Big Brother super fan wants to have that as their experience. So I feel for him. It sucks.
Yeah.
But you know what? Maybe there is something in the works. Maybe this. I mean, we still do have 14 house guests. Something, and it's 2 less than usual. I feel like there's got to be some twist somewhere, whether it's like a non-elimination or a fake eviction or something. And now with this anonymous situation, who knows? Maybe something's in the works. We'll see.
I don't think so. Not for Kyle.
I'm like, yeah, maybe, you know, there's might be a chance.
No, not. You know, it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. All right. So that's what we have for you. I'm going to be live later today in perhaps an hour or so at around 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I'll be listening to that, by the way.
To hang out and maybe play some Fall Guys at first while the feeds are still up on Twitch. But when the feeds go down, I should be live on Twitch. Talk about the Stock Watch. Talk about what we're looking at in terms of tonight's The Invisible HOH. What we see in terms of where people are going to target. I can tell you that basically what we have is Tina, Tara, Austin, Brayden, Rowe, all gunning to win. All would put up Ty and Jed. Some of them would put like Kiefer up as a replacement, potentially. Some of them might put up Beth as a replacement. You know, Vic is always kind of an option, depending. Then you have Beth, Ty, Jed, and Vic. I would assume.
So he did exactly what you asked and chose the most beautiful way.
Austin and Brayden
Then,
on
you
the
know,
other side.
started the Trojan War.
I believe that's what Vic has now said she would do. But if she's anonymous, who knows?
I want to
If
win
she's
that
anonymous,
apple
she might
so
strike
badly.
at
I
Beth.
started a war for it. To show soon.
Ooh, that's right. I
We're
didn't
gonna
think of that.
And they're not. It's not
You
that
are
they're like talk
acting
to the cameras. I mean, they
according to
might,
nature,
but like.
Aphrodite.
We're gonna have to try and figure out, unless they talk to the cameras. Yeah, unless they talk to the cameras, we're gonna have to figure out just as much as that's actually kind of fun.
That's
I
where
hope they
you're
don't
wrong,
tell us. Are you
Aphrodite.
sure?
You
I
have
want to try to
one
figure
side
it
of the
out.
coin without the other. Your passion, your
I mean-
unpredictability. And I'll say it.
Damn it! It's just gonna be a bunch
Your
of them just
jealousy,
walking from
your
room
vanity.
to room, just
Yes,
talking and
they
being
caused
cagey.
pain. But you know what else they did?
Damn it! Like I don't.
Created some of the
Oh
greatest
man!
adventures,
So we're really
the
gonna have to wait
greatest
until freaking
epics,
Sunday for
the greatest
confirmation,
stories
or not
the
even.
world
No,
will
Monday.
ever see.
Monday. The day for the U.S.
I'm a
Oh my
storyteller.
God.
Well, we'll
I
have
know.
a pretty good idea
Sure,
by the
we
time
would
that
have
airs.
this.
I
Read
think
at
we'll
home.
probably true. Yeah, we'll have a good idea by Friday if we still don't know, and then it'll be even more fun to try to figure it out. All right. So live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Aaron Armstrong. We'll be talking about our stock watch, giving advice, and going through all the scenarios for next week. I'll also be live tonight during the eviction episode to watch. Live with you guys after the eviction episode. I'll be live with a recap for that
Oh, unless we
episode.
see it on the episode.
We're not gonna see it because if it's anonymous,
Whoever
then
said that owes
it has
you
to be
an
an individual
apology.
comp, right?
What a
So
jerk.
I don't think there's
I
any
never
way they
meant
would
it
be
like
able
that.
to show
Could it just be a
the
question?
whole.
Didn't you?
Couldn't it just be
You
a
don't
questions
have to
call?
compete for my
I guess it's
or
possible.
anyone's
Oh,
love.
but then you said that they were supposed to be running.
You are enough.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it would be physical.
Anyway,
The only like I
you're
could
that
see like
beautiful and have a perfect
lanes
personality
where there's
too.
walls in between them and they can't see each other.
Honestly, it's
But
just
like
annoying at
even
that
when there's a
point.
question comp, we rarely get the outcome, right? So I would say very unlikely that we see who wins tonight. But who knows?
I really don't
yeah,
fucking care about this
tonight
game.
should be very fun. Lots of Big Brother content today. It's the Big Brother Thursday, so check it all out. I'll of course be back tomorrow morning to update you on everything that happens today on the Big Brother Canada 9 live video, including tonight. We may be doing some detective work tonight, so that should be fun. Yeah. And yeah, that's what we have for you for now. Make sure you tune in again on Saturday for the Circle coverage
They even
that
have
I've
a
got
child
going on. If
together.
you haven't checked out the Circle yet, you should do so. It's very fun.
No.
And
I see.
that's what I
The
got.
child was
Make sure you listen to
non-binary.
last night's recap with Anthony Douglas because that was very fun.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me read this tweet that he
That's
made
special,
about
yeah.
Tara. Where is it? He said, wait, where Anthony Douglas, Dougylicious,
Dougylicious.
F with the boy, Taron Armstrong. Taron has the ability to see through the murky water. He's roamed the savannah and understands the importance of a lion in any ecosystem. Follow him for all BB Can 9 updates.
But yeah, we'll end here.
That may
Next
be
episode 2
the
on
best
for now. Thank
compliment
you
I've
for
ever
watching.
received.